Virgil sat down in front of the bedroom window, an elbow propped up on the sill and a book in hand. His eyes ran over the page, skimming the text at a languid pace, and raising his other hand to turn the page when he was finished. Humans had such idle fancies about the supernatural, especially those who wrote stories of angels falling for humans just to be with them in the purest of loves. Yes, such idle fancies. He could never understand Dante's love of the weak, susceptible people, but he chose not to question it. Not anymore, at least. Virgil could admit that although he despised most humans, some weren't as bad as others. It made him consider giving some leeway to the human side of him. Some, but not all. Dante couldn't see that he was converting because Virgil was asked to, after all. He would do anything for him, honestly. Even if they got into spats and would resort to bringing out their beloved blades, Virgil cared for Dante as much as Dante cared for him. He wasn't always like this, hungry for power, willing to sacrifice everything, let the demons destroy the world, and sever his ties as a brother to Dante. Virgil had considered seeing things from Dante's side years ago when their mother was still alive. He loved her dearly, and it destroyed both of them when the demons stormed the mansion. Eva was the only human that Virgil could tolerate, aside from Dante. Yet somewhere along the way, something snapped. He sided with the damned, walking away from Dante without a true explanation one night. He knew it would hurt him, tear at the already fragile pieces of his heart, and leave Dante with an extreme case of abandonment issues. Virgil knew it would hurt because, despite the mass he threw up constantly, he was hurting too, and didn't know how to cope with it. Perhaps if he let Eva and Dante show him, Virgil wouldn't have to try to raise Tenement Grew, and take their father's legacy that he had abandoned. He didn't know what had possessed him to invite Dante to the party, but he was glad he did, secretly. If he hadn't, it was possible that Arkham's betrayal would have cost him dearly, and he would have fallen into the depths of madness. Dante, curse him, had convinced Virgil to leave the fool's notion and come with him, desperately telling him, "Come home." Somewhere nearby, someone coughed. Virgil blinked out of his trance, the text coming back into focus, and realized that he hadn't turned a page for the past 15 minutes. He turned towards the source of the noise, taking a few seconds to dog-ear the page and shut it once he saw Dante leaning against the doorframe. "Forgive me, Dante. I didn't hear you come in." "I noticed." He pushed off the frame and made his way into the room. "Something on your mind? Or was the book that bad?" The side of Virgil's mouth twitched up. "Absolutely horrid." "Damn, I knew you were picky, but not that picky." Dante shook his head and lifted his hands to his sides in a what-can-you-do fashion. "Seriously, though, are you alright? I've been standing there for the past 10 minutes waiting for you to do something or tell me to leave." "Now, why would I do that?" Virgil set the book down and stood, his movements measured in full grace. "I'm fine, Dante. I was just thinking about something. It's nothing to worry over." He caught the frown marring Dante's usually calm features inside. "If you must know, it was about Tenement Grew." Dante furrowed his brows and crossed his arms. "Why? That was years ago." "Why indeed?" Virgil's eyes fell halfway shut as he cast a glance out the window, shaking his head a minute later and turning to face Dante. "It's nothing, Dante." "If you say so, Virg.